relationship between the moon and blocking metaphorically through the creation of the moon. There are three players here: sunlight, the moon, and moonlight. In blocking, there are also three players: the opposing strike, ourself, and the block. Without sunlight, there wouldn't be any moon. But for thousands of years, humans didn't even know this. We just saw sunlight, and then we saw moonlight separately. Once we realized this was not the case, I imagine that our perception of moonlight made us begin to see the interconnectedness and deeper complexity of space. Similarly, when we practice our block, it appears as its own technique. By realizing and remembering that every block is a reaction to a strike, we can start putting a little extra oomph behind it. Today, we'll start with just one block, the low block. Remember though that blocking started all the way back in episode 2 with our guard. Blocks are an extension of our guard with the same purpose in mind. Y'all ready to reflect some strikes? Let's get to it. Oh, and we'll also be talking about spiraling energy. Ready yet? Okay, so from the top, the low block. Now, let's break that down. Starting from the loaded position, hey, look at that. Two-handed concept. I told you it'd be coming back. If you don't remember, two-handed concept, we're going to be using the scissoring action of both arms to stabilize this block, adding in a little extra power from our core. Now going back to that loaded position, I have my palm facing me when I go to do this block. Blocking arm is on top, and as I'm stepping into that stance, I'm going to be finishing my block with the timing that we talked about in episode 4, right above my knee. Other than that, you have the balance points and posture that we talked about in episode 1. Other hand is tightly pulled back to our side, like we talked about in episode 3. So what's with all the twisting and turning of our wrist? And the same thing was happening when we were punching. What's going on here? Well, in Tai Chi, they call this spiraling energy. The idea is that the pronation of the wrist creates a more powerful effect, in this case, a stopping force against the strike. I like to think of my body as having these swirling winds about it. This all loosely relates back to the idea of Qi and the inherent energy within us, which may be a little hokey for our modern science-tuned brain. But I think the concept of Qi tapped into what we would later call potential energy, these forces we have in relation to our position and the stresses within a system. Okay, so let's practice a couple of blocks. From the top. Loading, stepping with the foot, turning into it, both arms switch, finishing the block. One more time, a little bit slower speed, stepping, turning, switching, and finding the finishing move on our block right there. Okay, full speed this time. Loading, set, loading to your side, turn your body just a little bit, get some more electric force out of that, and set. Congratulations. You can now effectively defend yourself against someone who can't kick above the belt. Gotta start somewhere. While we only covered one block today, I think you have a better mindset for future blocks so that we can start covering them a little quicker. Maybe even less than 60 seconds. Until next time. Balance is pretty fun, but I think since then I've been becoming more and more serious. Reflecting on the direction of this channel, I don't want this to become some somber talk about living the good life. Let's have some fun today. So stick it out with me for this next month as we explore some more meanings in life. And then we'll have some more fun episodes mixed in. Although I'd say might be a sign that it's not time for us to be doing this.